They said getting old was easy. Just drink tea, sit back, and enjoy yourself. But when I spoke to 40, 70-year-olds, what I heard shook me. These are the things that come out of a person standing at the edge of a grave. These are the truths that are hidden for a lifetime. And these are the regrets that cannot be changed. But you can, today, right now. The first person. His name was Robert. He was 74. He was telling me that he had worked for a company for 42 years, never took a vacation, never got sick. His wife often said, "Robert, just stop," but he didn't stop. And now, his wife passed away 4 years ago. Robert said, "I made my boss happier than my wife." His voice was trembling. Then he said a line I'll never forget. "I'm not sorry I worked hard. I'm sorry I put love down to work." How many of you sitting here are making your boss happy today? And how many of you are going home and showing only tired faces to your wife, husband, and children? Robert's wife didn't want the diamond ring. She wanted Robert. But Robert learned after 42 years. And now there's no room left to learn. Now listen to the second story. Margaret, 78 years old. She lives alone. The children are out of town. They have grandchildren, but she only sees their pictures on Facebook. Margaret said what her biggest regret is. She said, "I lived my whole life in fear." Fear? I asked. Fear of people. What will people say? If I scold my son, people will say I'm a bad mother. If I leave my husband, people will say I'm a rebellious wife. If I follow my dreams, people will say this is the age to dream. Margaret is 78 years old. The last time she did anything for herself was 30 years ago. Now people don't exist, and neither do I. The words made my hair stand on end. She wasn't dead, but she couldn't even live. She was lost somewhere in between. And then the third person came in. James, 81 years old. He looked the happiest in the whole room. I thought maybe he doesn't have any regrets, but when he opened his mouth, he said, "I'm sorry I didn't forgive sooner." He told me that he had had a fight with his brother 40 years ago about something stupid. Someone said something, someone heard something, and they didn't speak to each other for 40 years. Then 5 years ago, the brother got sick. When James arrived at the hospital, the brother was in a coma. He whispered in his ear, "I'm sorry, brother." But the brother didn't open his eyes. James said, "I prayed to God to open his eyes once, just once, but God didn't answer that prayer." Do you see? These people are our neighbors, our relatives, our parents, and perhaps tomorrow ourselves. Now, let's talk about something that no one tells us. These three regrets, these three stories are woven into one thread. This thread is procrastination. We think there is time, that tomorrow we will make it right, that tomorrow we will forgive, that tomorrow we will love, that tomorrow we will live for ourselves, but tomorrow never comes. And then one day it is 70 years, and we look back and understand what Robert, Margaret, and James understood. Life was spent where we were not. But what you are hearing now is no coincidence. This is the moment that was probably saved for you, because you are here right now. You are breathing. Your heart is beating. You are reading. And while you are reading, you can change. Robert's wife will not come back. Margaret's 30 years will not come back. James's brother will not come back. But this evening, who will you call? To whom will you say, "I love you"? Tonight, who will you make tea for this morning? That's the question I'm asking you, not a philosopher. That's the question those 40 people were asking themselves. And most of them said, "I wish I had asked earlier." So let's go. Let's do the things we've been putting off until tomorrow. Let's say the things we've never said. Let's be the things we wanted to be. Because life has begun its countdown. We do not know when our last breath will come, but before our last breath comes, we can make the last sentence right. This is the lesson that Robert, Margaret, and James learned at the age of 70. This is the wisdom that is found at the graveside. But you do not have to go to the graveside. You can learn now. You can change now. You can live now. Remember, alas, it is a school where everyone enrolls, but very few graduate. Today could be the day you received this certificate. Today could be the day you said, "Enough, not now. Now I have changed."